I recognize member of the ACDP, Honorable Swart.
Thank you, House Chair. House Chair, the ACDP would firstly like to wish all Christians a very blessed and happy Ascension Day today. We welcome this topic for discussion, given increased levels of unemployment, inequality, and poverty in society. And despite the fact that South Africa is a net exporter of food, there are roughly 6 million people in the country who do not have enough food to eat. What is even more alarming is that many people, including children, are dying from malnutrition. And while acknowledging the sterling work that many churches and other civil organizations are doing to alleviate the shocking state of affairs, more can and must be done in this regard. The country has, however, and arguably one of the most developed social protection systems among middle-income economies globally. And this is to help the poorest of the poor. The levels of income inequality would have been even higher in the absence of this social protection system. And the temporary extension of the special COVID-19 social relief of the stress grant, though minimal, was widely welcomed as it brought a small measure of relief to the poorest of the poor. Unfortunately, as the need increases, increasing the social protection system, though very necessary, becomes unsustainable over the long term. The ACDP believes that it is only through sustained economic growth that we can create enough jobs to reduce poverty and inequality. Sadly, the country has experienced more than a decade of economic stagnation due to poor policy choices, state capture, and corruption. The economy has further been severely impacted by the COVID-19 hard lockdown, last July's rioting, and more recently, the flooding in KZN and other provinces. State capture and corruption has lowered our economic growth potential, made the country fiscally more vulnerable, and severely weakened the capability of the country. It has discouraged investment, both foreign and domestic, and all these issues have contributed to high levels of unemployment and inequality. This can result in tremendous social problems and holds the potential for political instability, as we saw at last year's riots. The high-level panel into the riots found that poorly rolled out service delivery and unacceptable living conditions, the state of the economy, and persistent levels of poverty serve to provide the right environment to light the tinderbox that was the incarceration of former President Zuma, that led to many poor and desperate people joining in the looting alongside those more calculated in their objectives and motivation. This is a clear warning to all of us that unless persistent high levels of unemployment, poverty, and inequality are dealt with decisively, last year's riots could repeat themselves. What is required is a concerted effort by government and the private sector to partner in much-needed jobs. Government, infrastructure, power, roads, rails, and harbours, and the private sector, the required investment. Together we can and must do more. I thank you, Vice Chair.